Okay, so until now we learned some fundamental issue related to connecting analog input into our Arduino. Now let's review the sketch, the program I made to help us to move into step 2A. In this step, the final step 2, we will control the LED speed and brightness. However, in the first phase, meaning step 2A, we will first read analog input from the two potentiometer, and we'll just print the value into the serial monitoring. And only in step 2B, we will adjust again the sketch and actually influence the LED speed and brightness based on the selection of the potentiometer. Now let's review the actual code. So the first thing, under global variable declaration, I added two additional variable: speed control pin that is connected to A0 in the Arduino, and brightness control pin is connected to the next one, A1. I mean, we have the two potentiometer connected to two analog pin. Okay, going next. Under the setup function, I added two lines. The first one is initializing the serial communication to this specific value. So we will be able to use the serial monitoring option. And next, under the same setup function, I'm printing to the screen that the system is ready after finishing all the initialization. Let's continue. So I will drill down and go to the check wave button. Now over here I added few more lines of code. The first two lines actually are reading the analog, using the analog read function, the analog value from the brightness control pin and the speed control pin, and place each one of them in an integer variable, so we will be able to use them. Next, if some button related to the wave button was pressed, only then we will print few things like some text, running animation wave with the following parameters, and then I will print the speed string and then the speed levels. You see that one function that is called print will help us to print the speed, but without going into the next line. And print ln is actually printing some value, in that case the speed level, and then moving to the next line. In this sketch I didn't touch yet the LEDs, meaning I didn't change the speed, I didn't change the brightness. We would like only to check the value of the analog sensor, in our case the potentiometer, to understand the range that we are getting, and according to that to adjust and use that as an output to something. But this is an important step to help us understand what the sensor is actually generating. Okay, now let's move into the program itself. We will run it and see the result in the serial monitoring window.